now for something completely different. Heading back to Bangkok Airport in a taxi. Going to be a 2-hour journey again. But today I'm on my way to Krabi for a second time. I was in Krabi 2 years ago. And I'm going back to take some film of some amazing scenery and some amazing boat trips. And this part of the video will be, as I say, completely different. Taxi has now reached the outskirts of Bangkok and should be arriving at the airport very shortly. It's now 3:15 in the afternoon. My flight's in about 3 hours time. Actually going to be staying in Ao Nang, which is quite close to Krabi. It's now Thursday the 5th of May. I've had a very good night's sleep. I've only booked the one night at this hotel. In a short while I'll be heading over to the Colours Hotel, which I'll be staying at for about a week. But before I head over there, I'll just show you the room here at the Cliff Resort Hotel.
This was an unexpected surprise. When I entered the room at the hotel for the first time, I found that a member of staff had painstakingly laid all these stalks and leaves on top of the sheet to create this lovely design.
And this is the jewel in the crown, so to speak, the balcony. How about that? That's why they call it the Cliff Resort Hotel. Sea view. Table and a couple of chairs. But then the special feature, it's got its own little hot tub on the balcony. Here's another view. This isn't from a balcony, but this is from a little terrace. The restaurant is on the 5th floor, nice little water feature there, which is just below the swimming pool, which is on the floor above. And how about that for a view from the restaurant? Not very often you have a tree going up through the corridor. It's now 11:30 and I'm going to have a walk round locally here just to give you an idea of the scenery and the beaches. The original plan was to stay in this hotel for only one night, but I've just been told that as a special offer they are willing to let me stay further nights at a cost of 1800 baht per night. That's round about £35 probably per night. But I already have a voucher to spend here for 1000 baht. So what I will probably do is to stay here for another night for just 800 baht, which is about £18. Same room with the same views. And I'll be deciding the further plans from then on. Just next door to the hotel you have the inevitable McDonald's. Alongside that, the little supermarket store is 7-Eleven. And to the right of that, you've even got the inevitable Starbucks. And now I'm going to head off down to the beach. It's only about just about 100 yards, I guess, down the road here. A little further down the road, there's an Irish pub there. A massage parlour. And another inevitable chain of coffee shops and cafes, the Subway. I've made my way now down to the beach, some steps down onto the sand, and looking out to sea, you can see the longtail boats. These are the boats which will take me around the bay to where I was staying 2 years ago at Railay Beach. That's the view out towards the cliffs. The tide seems to be in at the moment, so I'm not going to be able to actually get onto the beach. It's a lovely tree-lined promenade. Walking down now. This is one of the famous landmarks along the beach here. There is a little plaque at the bottom of the statue which says that the fish is actually a marlin, which apparently holds the record for the fastest swimming fish in the world at a speed of 90 kilometers per hour. Around Krabi, the marlin is known as the Queen of the Sea, and apparently they can be found quite often around the Phi Phi Islands, which I'll be visiting on one of the boat trips. So I found a beach bar here called the Reeve Beach Club, and this is Joy. There you go. Joy is just showing me the menu here as well. Quite an extensive menu they've got. It's about 70 odd dishes here at, as you can see, quite a few there. Needless to say, the beach bar overlooks the views here across the bay. They have quite an extensive menu here at this beach bar. There's actually 80 different dishes on offer. It's too early for me to have dinner or lunch, but I'm going to have a little starter here, which is the calamari rings with a spicy mayo sauce. Just 180 baht, so that's slightly less than £3. And the calamari has now arrived with the mayo dip on the side. Just by the side of the road here, got a steam engine. And apparently on the wheel hub there's the name of a company there, Aveling and Porter of Rochester. Nice little walk I found here by the roadside. There is a small pier with some long-tail boats, and it looks like you can charter these boats to take you around some of the other beaches. I've now found what I've been looking for. This is the Ao Nang Colours Hotel, where I have already booked for about 6 nights starting tonight, but I'm going to change my plans because, as I say, I've had a special offer from the Cliff Resort Hotel where I'm currently staying, so I may cancel some nights here. It's now 12:30. The bad news is that there's just been a thunderstorm which lasted for about half an hour or so, and it's still pretty cloudy now. But I'm going to take a chance on the weather anyway, go around to Railay Beach. So I've landed at the West Beach of Railay. Successfully negotiated clambering out of the longtail boat. And I'm actually staying overnight in the hotel where I stayed 2 years ago at the Diamond Cave Resort Hotel. Before I make my way to the hotel, I've decided to have a meal, kind of a breakfast with some drink, here at the Railay Bay Hotel and Restaurant. And I've decided to have the Thai omelette with crab meat, which is just 180 baht, that's about £3. Definitely one of the more scenic restaurants in Thailand. Well, that was a top class meal, and just finish off with the Chang beer. Be rude not to. Something else I like about this beach is that it's perfectly safe swimming, crystal clear waters, and this perfect white sand beach. There is a walkway through from the West Beach to the East Beach, and these numbers 6 through to 15, they're all the hotels. The east side tend to be where the hotels are, and the West Beach is where the bars are, and where on a sunny day it's the best place to have a swim. I'm now going to walk through from one side of the beach to the other. I've done this walk many times before when I was actually staying in Railay, and I can guarantee that there will be a few surprises along this 15-minute walk. I must say this walkway through from one beach to the other is much quieter this year. When I was here 2 years ago, before COVID struck, this would have been far busier. There is a restaurant just here, which is open, but as you can see, 1 or 2 of them are closed as well. This one amongst them. Along this pathway, there's quite a few little bars, and of course the inevitable Thai massage. Quite a few activities take place around this area. There's a diving and snorkeling office there, and many people come here also for rock climbing. You can see the cliff there in front, and walking through from one beach to the other. How's this for a few monkeys? So walking away from the West Beach, you come to a junction on the path where the monkeys are. Round to the right is the way through to the East Beach. Not many people find this little place, which is Diamond Cave. Little walkway through the woods here before we get there. So walking towards the cave now. This lovely walk through. It's got some lovely overhanging rock formations. So this is Saman. He's the guy that lets you into the cave. So step inside. Coming into a different chamber now. A circular walk around this particular cavern. Stalactites hanging on the right hand side here. All over the cave actually. So that was Diamond Cave, or Franang Cave as it's known in Thai. I've now found a walkway through to the East Beach and I'm making my way to the hotel, which by coincidence is called the Diamond Cave Resort, and I booked in to stay there just the one night, just for sentimentality's sake. So near to the hotel now, and in one or two places here pathway opens up and you can see the coastline, the beach. Not much of a beach here actually on this side of the island. It's best beaches on the west coast. And here I am at the Diamond Cave Hotel. Just a few more steps brings you to reception. And right opposite is the jewel in the crown, the swimming pool, which is set right beside the cliff. How about that? And this is the style of accommodation at the hotel, these wooden chalets. Some are detached, some are in rows like terraces, but I'll see if I can book a room for the night. Fortunately they do have rooms available, and this is my room for the night. It's chalet number E1. And if I just go inside, there's actually twin beds this time. Coffee making facilities. So this is a bar that I frequented 2 years ago. This is the Treetop Bar, where they have live music every night. It's now 9:30, Wednesday, the 11th of May. Had a good night's sleep here at the hotel, Diamond Cave. I'll be staying here for the day, catching the long-tail boat back to Ao Nang later in the afternoon. But I'm going to go and have a swim today in the sea, hopefully, and then have a walk around Railay. It's only about a 10-minute walk from one beach to the other, from west to east. And just before you reach the beach, you have a line of bars, restaurants, and if you don't stop off for a beer or a bite to eat, of course you eventually come to the East Beach. And you're rewarded with these lovely views. And yes, the sea looks reasonably calm. Well, that was one of the best swims I think that I've ever had. And just look at this scenery that surrounds you when you're out in the sea. Heading now back towards the hotel. Checking out time is 12 o'clock, I guess. But I'm not leaving Railay just yet. I'll probably catch a long-tail boat later in the afternoon. Just do a little bit more exploration before I leave. It's now 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I've checked out of the hotel. Problem is that the weather seems to have changed rather rapidly. The wind has got up and there might be a few spots of rain. Just hope it doesn't get too bad, because I've got to get the long-tail boat back round to Ao Nang. I've decided to have a drink at the chilled out Railay bar and hope that the clouds drift by and we don't get hopefully too much rain. So here we go. I've decided to have a pizza here at the cafe. The waiters have advised me to sit under cover where everyone else is sitting, but it's not raining at the moment. Maybe 1 or 2 little drops in the air. But I've decided to have a pizza, a Napoli pizza with anchovies, mozzarella and oregano, which sounds quite tasty. The pizza is served. I think I was right to be optimistic about the weather. People have started to sit outside now, and it does seem to be brightening up just a tad. Leaving the restaurant behind me now, I'll continue my walk along by the water's edge. Still keeping my fingers crossed about the weather. There has been a couple of rumbles of thunder in the distance, but it's remained dry, or fairly dry, so I'm keeping my fingers crossed. The walk doesn't go too much further, but it is worth a stroll. You do have to watch your step, because there are a few places where there's a sheer drop. Hence the little rope fence here. And at the end of the walk you'll find a luxury hotel with these log cabins. With a lovely little swimming pool. So that was the Railay Great View Resort Hotel. As you come out of reception, you go down some steps and come out to your own little beach. And on the beach you've even got your own little swing. So I'm going to be taking my breakfast here at Wanner's place, which is on Beach Road. So we have the coffee making machines there. Croissants and a toaster. Cereals, we've got cornflakes there and the Thai version of Weetabix, I guess. And here we have the hot dishes. Stir-fried shrimp, more chicken, spicy curry, a red bean stew, and chicken, sausage, ham, and boiled eggs. And of course, the rice. Either steamed rice or fried rice with veg. So altogether, not a bad value there at £6, as much as you can eat at this beachside cafe. So here's a full panoramic view of the beach here at Ao Nang on a lovely clear sunny day. It's nearly 6 o'clock in the evening. It's time for a sundowner drink. A beer here at the C2 Beach Club bar, which is the bar at the far end of the beach. Kind of like a circular bar with a bamboo style roof. So cheers, or as they say in Thailand, Dong Ao.